What's your revenge on a cheating spouse? I went to pick up the last few things from her house. She had just started a 1,000 piece jigsaw puzzle, so I stole a single piece. My spouse cheated on me 25 times that I know about. How do I know this? Because she made a list of 28 names, with dates and locations. I was number 3 and all 25 after me were while we were actively married. Granted, I knew she had been cheating. I was deployed 3 separate times between all of them. To say it was a toxic relationship was an understatement. I had a child with her and so I stayed. The last person I actually caught her with in my bed was from my church. She always said if I didn't do enter excuse then she wouldn't cheat. I didn't even want revenge. I just wanted my kids and I to be happy. So when I caught her I just said, "You're done." And with the other man still in my bed she said, "If you leave me I'll kill myself." Normally I'd say please baby don't. It's not worth it. This time I just said, bye. Ever since then I've gained full custody of my 2 beautiful children. And I couldn't be more happy. So my revenge was just finally being happy honestly. The best revenge was success. I decided I wasn't going to fall into turmoil like I had before and instead kept myself tight. Started applying to jobs a bit higher than my league. Got one. Moved away. And recently bought an engagement ring for someone worthwhile. Also, therapy. Instead of falling apart, I put myself together. She cheated and then left town to go back to the base we were both stationed at before we both left active duty. After I filed for divorce, I rented a storage container, put her stuff in it and paid for 1 month of storage and mailed her a key and said she had 1 month to come and get it or it would be auctioned off. One of the boxes had a layer of her stuff she really wanted. 1 layer of every picture, note she sent me, mementos and our wedding album, and then another layer of more of her stuff. I then found out what day she was coming to get the stuff from one of our mutual friends. The night before, I drove back to our old base and hung out with friends. The day she came to pick up her stuff she called me and asked if we could meet to talk about things. I told her no since I was in her town, not mine, and that we never needed to speak again. Only time I've ever purposely made someone cry. I don't regret. It was explained to me when I was in that if you're stationed overseas with a spouse and get divorced, the military will pay for their ticket back home for up to 1 year after the papers are signed. I was in Guam and the guy on my boat that my ex cheated on me with had to have back surgery in Hawaii. I found out that she went with him, so I immediately ran to the JAG and let them know, and he literally high-fived me that we didn't have to pay for that bitch's flight. Flights to and from Guam are expensive AF. I found another partner and we are happy and engaged. I don't care what my ex is doing or thinking about me. I still have bad feelings towards her and hate her guts. But I'm progressing on that as well. It takes time. Let them have the house but put shrimp shells with a little bit of meat in them inside of the curtain rods. Pretty harmless but cheating ex wanted to get back together makeup. I picked her up from her house and back to my city, which is about 30 minutes away. Left her at a gas station and went home. Guess her dad came and picked her up and she had to tell him why I would leave her there. Dad and I are still cool. I remember one of my buddies, as a joke to get back at his ex, decided to buy using her credit card 50 packs of extra small condoms online and have it sent to their front door. The obvious joke being that her new fling had a small penis and couldn't satisfy her as much. She ended up calling the police on him because of this, and he ended up being forced to pay $5,000 in damages. When I found out my ex-wife was cheating, we had a long talk and she was sorry blah blah. I told her I needed a couple of days to think. After a day or two, I told her that I would forgive her under one condition. She had to find me a woman to sleep with to make us even. After about a week she arranged for a friend of hers and I to meet for the weekend. I banged her all weekend, and when the ex went to work on Monday, I moved all my stuff and myself out and divorced her. Changed all the movies in his Netflix queue to movies about cheating. Then gave 5 stars to all the chick flicks I could find in the romance genre so they would constantly be suggested for him in the future. So this one time an ex and I were arguing at the time of dating cause he was acting psycho. When he started to leave my house he said that's why the whole time we were together I was cheating on you and slammed the door. Don't know what came over me. I guess my brain shut off and I took all his shit out of my room, started cutting up the clothing that I purchased, threw it all in the dumpster and broke his cell phone and threw it in the dumpster. It was horrible that I did that. Later down the line we talked and I apologized for everything I'd done and he told me what he said wasn't true, he was just trying to get under my skin. In today's age I think I'd just walk away and go on about my business and deal with the hurt. Caught my GF carrying on with 3 different dudes after I treated her amazingly. I have 2 kids with my future wife. Her ex best friend obviously wasn't planned and out of spite. We just connected. The best revenge is to heal. Move on. AMD, have a happy life. Show them how happy you can be without them and despite choices. There is a Bollywood movie with the same theme called Blackmail. The guy finds out his wife is cheating on him. He then blackmails the guy who's also married that he'll tell his wife that he's sleeping with another man's wife and ask ransom for it. Well, I DK about revenge, but I told my ex-fiancée that if she ever cheated on me I was going to join the military. She didn't want me to join because she was afraid I would get deployed and killed, I guess. So after she lied and cheated on me I enlisted in the army, got stationed in South Korea, met the woman I am now happily married to, and have not spoken to my ex since then. Sleep with their friend, sister or mother. I found out he had a dating profile on Plentyfish. So I took a screenshot, posted it on Instagram and tagged all of his friends. I realized I was pretty and way out of his league. I ended up dating one of his friends. Sorry if this sounded egotistical, but damn. He was a mistake I made in high school. My best friend, F, is currently going through divorce. Our state doesn't recognize separations, so legally still married until the divorce is final. He's been abusive in every sense of the word except physical. Best friend and I have spent a lot of time together since they started talking about getting divorced. X has a girlfriend in the next county who has kids from a prior relationship. Figured it out a long time ago, but she has had feelings for me since we met, and I realized far too late that I had feelings for her. Now that they're splitting up, I can't think of a better revenge than treating her well and showing her daughter what a loving adult relationship looks like. Doesn't sound all that hard. After my ex cheated on me, I got her kicked out of college by accidentally exposing how she plagiarized work and sexually harassed people. Got her evicted from her flat by secretly breaking her landlord's sofa bed and making her believe that she broke it, and convinced all our friends to give up on her after showing how she would use them and slag them off behind their backs. As far as I know, she's currently stuck in a state of unemployment with bills coming out of her ass while stuck in a stagnant relationship that her partner refuses to end. Oh, and I changed all of her passwords and recovery settings, cause she was stupid enough to give me all of her login shit. My fiancé thinks I should have just set her Xbox on fire, but this was more fun. That week was fun. What's your story? Put it in the comments. Like, shimena, sub, and thanks for watching.